Ahoy! Here's the video that so many people requested, which skills to learn as a wizard. Let me start with the attack skills. From the novice ones, I decided to keep Freeze and Burning Hand, not because I'm actually using them in combat, but they can be rather useful when restoring SP to training dummy during a skill XP boost. I also have Wind Arrow because of its range. It's the skill that I use to lure bosses or anything because it only hits the thing that I'm targeting. The lances of regular skill rank can also be extremely useful. They have a piercing effect, which means they hit anything that stands in their way. I would recommend learning the ones shown on the screen at least, and Wind Lance too if you have enough skill points. There are various situations where they can be beneficial, as long as you know how to use them. Yep, you can hit the Guardians through the gate too. Lots of people think only hackers can do that, but see for yourself. The cannons of expert skill rank can also come in handy. I regularly use them, which I'll show later. I chose Stone, Fire and Aqua, because those have the highest damage. Lightning has a longer casting time, which makes it bad for combo, but still it's helpful when using BM2. Acid Trap may not look like a strong skill, but it has damage over time effect. If you're facing an opponent with lots of defense in PvP, then this is the skill to use. Energy Field is essential for PvP. This is the only skill you will find that silences your opponents. It's pretty useless in dungeons though. Hailstorm can be used as a filler for BM2. Arctic Field is pretty useless in my opinion. And then from G-Master to Transcender I've got every skill. Those are the ones that pack a punch, so they are ideal for BM2. They also have a pretty nice area. Since I've spoken about my BM2 combo, here you go. It's shown on my skill bar currently. Now for the sub-skills. Basically you need everything. Fate Step is a movement skill, so you need it. Regeneration takes almost no skill points, so it's a cute little skill to cast sometimes. Dash is pretty obvious. Recon is once again useful in PvP. I sometimes have fun running around in wars and debuffing every sword class of Capella. It's quite fun when they start chasing me afterwards. Hartness, Blink and Force Increase, I hope I don't have to explain those. High Regeneration is a lifesaver, and Spirit Intention is essential for PvP. Mass Restore is a pretty cool party buff as well, and Spirit Shield is your last resort when you're dying. The skills of Transcender are the ones that define a wizard, the best ones. You obviously need them. Now, last but not least, the passive skills. Magic Control, Piercing Spell and Focus are three of those that only take skill points to level up. Just learn those and get them to level 20. There's enough space so you don't have to choose between them. As for the other ones, I personally consider Ruling Force and Force Control the most important of them. Any wizard would agree on that. Vitality Mastery is also a must, since wizards have pretty low health. The other three are the ones that are often debated. I, for one thing, defense rate is more important than defense, so I choose Sixth Sense. I also like to believe that wizard is made to deal damage and not to tank. Therefore, as the remaining two, I picked the ones for attack rate. Many people would argue about that. They may tell you to learn defense and the other skill for defense rate, but I must say nearly 2000 attack rate makes all the difference in the world. At least for me, with my crappy little topaz orbs. If you have mithril or higher grade, then you can think about deleting Sharp Eyes. The alternative can be damage absorb if you're in need of more defense, or you can take reflex if you think defense rate is more important. That's for you to decide. Let's move on to which skills to use. When I'm facing a single target, I use skills with short casting time. They can still deal lots of damage. This is the one that I found to be the best. The 3 lenses I mentioned, and the 3 cannons to fill the gap. The other situation, of course, is when everything's full of enemies. For those situations I prefer to use the strongest skills and some cannons to fill the time for combo. I think I covered everything about skills. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask me in the comments and I will do my best to answer them when the time permits. If you found this video helpful, please consider sharing it or subscribing to my channel. Ahoy!